I wanted to show you guys how to make black Jamaican castor oil soap. And the reason why I said that because I'm mixing my black soap with just a little bit of castor oil. I love to mix it with castor oil because it's like it give it a nice, makes it soft. And to me, when you have a black soap, sometimes it can be dry. So you want to make sure you put as much moisturizer as you can in it. If you want to not put the castor oil in it, by all means, you don't have to. And basically it still just be black. You can use this as your body wash, as your shampoo, whatever you decide. What you're going to use first, these are the essential things that you need. You're going to be needing the black soap. You're also going to be needing a bottle to be able to put the castor oil in, to be able to put the mixture in if you didn't use the actual castor oil bottle. You're going to need some glycerin. Glycerin is very, very moisturizing and very good. And you're also going to need some black Jamaican castor oil. And I like to use my shea butter. I actually received this block of shea butter from Shea.com. I'll give you the actual web link, but this is some excellent shea butter. I love it. And I also use coconut oil. The actual other oils that I use, but you don't have to use, is kind of optional. You can use the almond oil. You can also use the avocado oil, and I like to use peppermint oil. And the reason why I use peppermint oil is to give it a nice tingly feel as well as a smell. So another thing that you'll be needing, the main thing is you're going to need the distilled water. Make sure you always use distilled water. So what I'm going to do is get a container. I'm going to mix it all together, and I'll come back at you guys in just 2 seconds. Bye. Okay, you guys, what I have done is I was actually getting the shea butter ready to be able to be used, because it's kind of, when it's in a block like this, it's kind of harder to use it. So what I always do is just go ahead and take a little bit out. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just take the black soap out also. And I'm going to get this crumbled up. You can crumble up as much as you want. It's kind of like clay, so sometimes it can be harder to break up, but just kind of let the warmth get to the hands. And it seems like to me sometimes the black soap actually melt. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go ahead and put the actual black soap inside of this container. I'm going to just keep on crumbling it up. It's really up to you how much you want to use. I like to just kind of eyeball it. When I see that I think I used enough black soap, that's how much I put in there. Since this is not clear, you guys can't see it, I say probably use, let's see, maybe about this much or a little bit more. You don't need too much. And what I already done too, like I said, I got the shea butter, so I'm going to go ahead and put the shea butter in there also. And this make it super soft, and I'm telling you, it feels so good. And if you like your bath oils to smell real good, that's when you can use the essential oil. I have not found an essential oil that I like the smell of yet. If somebody out there can help me, my thing is I like it to smell, it can either smell fruity, it can either smell like flowers, or nice and clean. But the different essential oils that I smell did not smell good at all. So if somebody know about essential oils, please let me know about that. But what I'm going to just keep on doing is putting the shea butter and the black soap inside this container. You can also use a container, like a round container. You can use whatever container you want, but this is just, again, the container that I'm using. I like to recycle my containers. So you guys, so the video won't be so long. I'm going to go ahead and keep on doing this. And when I'm finished, I'm going to come back at you guys, okay? Bye. Okay, what you're going to do now is I'm still putting black soap in here. I like my soap to be bubbly, so I fill mine up kind of to the top. So you don't have to. It's really pretty much up to you. And I like to have my soap moisturized. And again, if you have oily skin, you don't have to make it extra moisturized. But that's how I like. I really don't have oily or dry skin, but I just don't like for my bath agents to make my skin dry. So I'm going to just keep on putting this in there. And you guys, you're going to let this sit overnight, okay? Even if you want to let it sit longer, that's good too, but it at least have to sit overnight for the soap to be able to sit in. And then what I'm going to do is I am going to go ahead and put that away. And I'm going to go ahead and put some black Jamaican castor oil in it. I like to use probably like about, I'm going to say probably about half a tablespoon of castor oil, because you go always moisturize your skin after you get out of the shower anyway, so you don't have to have it like extra moisturized. But the more moisturized the better, because black soap do clean nice and good. And you guys, I also made a video on this black castor oil. This Dr. Bronner's that I'm using, even though the container is empty. I got this a little bit in here. This is some excellent stuff too, you guys. So that's why I figured, what's wrong with mixing it? So go ahead and add half a tablespoon of the glycerin. And you can get glycerin on all these products pretty much on Amazon. So just check out Amazon. And I'm going to go ahead and just push that right in there. And it's always easier, you guys, if you use like a tablespoon thing, like the little measuring spoons. And these right here, I'm going to use the coconut oil too. And my coconut oil, I took like a shower. So coconut oil do kind of melt when it gets at room temperature. So mine is kind of melty. So it's going to be easier to pour out. But if it wasn't melty, you guys just go ahead and drop in the little, the actual coconut oil. Just be careful so you won't make a mess. I'll put half a tablespoon, of that in there. I might put a little more in there, we'll see. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and add the avocado oil, the almond oil, and the peppermint oil. The peppermint oil, I'm going to probably give it about half a teaspoon, because you don't need too much of the peppermint oil. So I'm going to get everything mixed up, and I'll come back at you guys with the other products. Bye. Okay, you guys, there was two actual essential oils that I'd love to add, and I totally forgot to tell you guys about it. It is actually the olive oil. What I do is I do a tablespoon of olive oil, and I forgot to tell you about the vitamin E oil. I do like about a teaspoon of the vitamin E oil, because you guys, the more oils and different things and organic things you use in this, the more soft your skin will be, and it's really good for your skin. So the more oils you can use, the better. And it's not going to be oily, it's just going to be nice and moisturized. And I'm going to go ahead and use a tablespoon of olive oil. And don't forget, you guys, you're using this in your hair, so the more moisture it is, the more better. So always remember that. Don't ever be afraid of moisture. There's nothing wrong with moisture, especially when you're using natural moisture. Okay, so that is what I use. And yes, I like to use a lot of different oils inside of my black soap / Jamaican castor oil. I call it a little black soap with a twist. And what you're going to do is you're going to use your distilled water. Sometimes what I do is I heat up my water. It all depends. Or you can just use that room temperature. But I would never just use it at like in the refrigerator. I wouldn't want like cool it or whatever. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just add it until it gets all the way to the top. That's how I know how much to add. And just go slow, because you don't want to make a mess. And if you think about it, the less water you add, the better, for real. So I have gotten that done. And what I always like to do once I get it finished, I like to just kind of give it a good shake. And I'm going to leave this overnight, and then it's going to be so beautiful. It's going to be a nice, soft shampoo / body wash. Once it is finished, the finished product is going to be excellent. And it's going to be kind of runny, but the good thing is it's going to be nice and lathery. So maybe I might make another video to show you guys how it look after it has set for 24 hours. But it's ready to be used after 24 hours. Let it sit at room temperature. You guys stay tuned, be blessed, and if you have it, if you will, please rate, comment, and subscribe. Bye, you guys.